We're going to do an art video going over our creativity book series. We're going to look at things that happened in The Dot by Peter Reynolds, Ish by Peter Reynolds, and Sky Color by Peter Reynolds. In Sky Color, do you remember that the entire class was working together to make one picture, one drawing? At the very end, we get to see it all finished. Let me go ahead. Here is the mural. Can you say that word? Mural. A mural is a painting on a wall, and it's really big most of the time because it takes up a wall. They can be on outside walls for people walking on the street to see, or on inside walls inside of the buildings. These friends made a mural with water and fish and the beautifully colored sky with no blue in it, right? I have another picture by someone who titled his painting Mural. Remember that mural means the picture on a wall. This is by Jackson Pollock. He did this painting in 1943, and the name of the painting is called Mural. It doesn't look like what we saw Muriel and her friends do, does it? Can you figure out what this is a picture of? This goes beyond our ish drawings that we've done before to just painting, just putting paint on a surface. He painted, sometimes he would take buckets and just pour the paint. Sometimes he would take and throw the paint. Sometimes he would take paintbrushes, here's my paintbrush, and he would dip it in to the paint and use his thumb to splatter. Look at that. And he liked to see how paint moved and how it shared space with different colors. And for him, he wasn't making ish drawings. He was just letting the colors be as they were. Let me try some blue. Okay, you can make it really messy and splatter it. And for Jackson Pollock, this was perfect. What do you think about that? Can you get in really close and see all the colors I've made? It's very messy work. If you want to try painting the way that Jackson Pollock paints, look at my hand. This is just a little bit of what is going to happen. So you want to make sure that you put newspaper on the floor or plastic or a sheet that you don't mind getting really, really messy. But it is such a fun way to create art. You can also do it outside on a patio, and that helps with the cleanup. But this is how Jackson Pollock painted, and there were people who saw Jackson Pollock's work and they said, just like Ramon's big brother in Ish, what is that? That is not art. But other people went and saw and they said, I like it. I like that it makes me imagine how the paint happened. I like just the shapes and the patterns that my eyes can pick out. And so Jackson Pollock made this painting, and he put a whole lot more paint on his wall than I put on my paper, didn't he? He just kept adding and adding layers and layers to make what he wanted to make. So when we do art, it doesn't always have to look like anything we've ever seen before. It's okay to do something brand new. We've got some other things that we can do for painting. I'm going to get a new piece of paper. Here's my piece of paper. And I'm going to use Q-tips and I'm gonna do some ish drawings. My favorite ish drawing to do with little friends is a face. So I'm going to make a face like this. Here's my eye, and there's another eye. Try and make them the same size, but they don't have to be if I don't want them to be. Nose, mouth. See that? I'm gonna maybe get a little bit more paint. Head. Just make a big circle. Ear, ear, and this is my favorite part. Hair. Have you ever done this with me before? So much fun. You can't go wrong with the hair. You can make the hair really big out here. You can make the hair really long so it hangs down low. And this is my picture. It's an ish drawing of a face. Do you know anybody who looks just like this? I don't. But you can see I have an eye, a nose, a mouth, and most people have those things. I might add eyebrows if I want to. I could add cheeks to show my smiling friend. I can add a neck, but I don't have to add any more. I don't have to take anything away. This is my ish drawing of a face. The other thing that we can do that is so much fun with paint is mix. We've done it before with different videos based on different books. But mixing paint is such a neat thing to do. And we see how Mural does it in the book The Mural. And how Vashti does it in the book The Dot. Do you remember how she made dots? And she loved making dots. Once she made the first dot in anger, she started making new dots using different feelings. I've got some blue dots. I'm going to add some green dots. And do you remember what Vashti did? I'm going to use just different colors or different Q-tips for each color. Vashti made all of her dots and she liked her dots. They were so much fun to make. She had fun making big dots and little dots and bold dots and pale dots and dots that felt like feelings. Let's see how the white works on the white. Can we see it? Not very well, but I can add red to the white. Let's see what happens there. I'm going to add some more white. This is what Vashti did. She decided to start mixing colors. And she found that she could make so many new colors, new dots that looked different from her old dots. And Vashti became so great. She became so experimental and energetic and had a lot of fun trying new things with what she knew how to do. And then she knew how to do even more things. See how this red is different from this red? The white turns the red into a pink. Look at that. What if we add white to some of my other colors here? What happens if I add white to the blue? What color? What happens here? It's kind of like a cloudy sky with little poofs of clouds. It's a little brighter white, brighter blue, isn't it? Look at that blue and that blue. They're different. When we mix the colors together, we make new colors. If I put the white on the green, we kind of get a paler green. These are almost like Easter colors. Sometimes we call these colors, when they're pale like that, pastel. What do you think about that? I don't have yellow on my page yet. I'm going to add some yellow. There's some yellow. Nice. I'm making dots like Vashti made. What color would you like to see added to the yellow? What happens if I add red to my yellow? What color do you see? What color is that? Here's my red. That became orange. Yellow and red. Put them together and you get orange. I'm going to put some yellow over here so that you can see how it began. Yellow and red. I made orange. Made an orange dot. Kind of looks like a rose, I think, with the swirls inside. One of the neat things about painting is that the brush strokes, I'm not using a brush, I'm using a Q-tip, but I still have these movement lines. Can you see like the brush strokes where you can see where the Q-tip has swirled around in circles? I can do straight lines, and I can do snaky lines, and I can do curly lines. And my brush strokes are seen, and lots of artists include their brush strokes, not just the paint, not just the shapes and the color, but even the lines that the brush makes as part of their creation. We use all sorts of things for art. Art is really important to all people everywhere. It shows feelings, it shows how we experience things and how we feel about how we experience things. And the truth is, while we have so many feelings, all of the feelings are the same. What happens to us might be very different, but we all know what it is to feel sad. We all know what it is to feel proud, or scared, angry, sad. We all know those feelings, just like we know all of the colors, but as we mix them together, we make new things. But everybody can enjoy what's been made because we recognize it. And that's how art is. We all recognize the beauty, the truth, the feelings and the thoughts. And that's why art matters so much to every people group around the world and throughout time. We were made to create. I'm not doing ish drawings here, am I? I'm doing more the dot drawings, where it's just shapes and colors. You can do your own painting like this. You can play music and see how listening to different types of music might make you create different types of shapes and stripes and colors, and it might make you go really bold and fast, and others might make you want to go light and softly. So play different music, talk about different things, tell about something that you remember happening, something that was really wonderful, or maybe something that was really difficult. If you talk about it while you're doing dot type painting, you don't have to paint anything that's ish, just make shapes. It can really help you sort out all of those feelings, and we can find out that the feelings aren't only yours. You can share them with other people. Other people know what those feelings are, and we can be compassionate and help people through. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later. Bye.